Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another review, this time of set 75399, the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This set came out this May and was pretty much an instant buy for me. I'm a big fan of Andor, and I really like the U-Wing as well. It is personally the best ship design Disney has done in their 11 years now of making Star Wars stuff, so it being available now is great because obviously 2016 I didn't have the money to buy the original U-Wing. This set has 594 pieces. It retails for $70 and it comes with 4 figures, so maybe argue a little overpriced. Probably is, but honestly, for Lego Star Wars and now with the price increases this year, not that bad to me, and I think it's still going to be worth it for me. This is just looks like a pretty awesome set. The figures look really awesome, and I'm excited to get to the build. But obviously, on the front box art here, you got Cassian and a Stormtrooper in the corner. Gray stripe. They do all the colored stripes to represent different, whatever show or movie or era it's from. And the U-Wing probably flying off from Yavin, I would guess would be where it's from, or where the planet is in the background. And then on the back, further confirmation of that is it's on Yavin 4, and it's obviously showing off the figures fighting each other and then some of the features of the set. And then nothing too interesting on the other sides, and it shows Cassian in scale right here. And I will say this is a pretty thick box, which is curious. I feel like there's a lot of skinnier boxes in Lego, which I don't care about how big or skinny the box is, but just it did stand out to me. It's pretty thick. But anyway, you open the setup right here with some push tabs. Comes with 6 bags in total, pretty hefty stack of pieces there, and then the instruction manual right here. Right on the back shows some of the other sets of this year: the ARC 170, the Ahsoka's Starfighter, and then Chopper and the Grogu in Pram set. And I do like how they're showing this. Usually, I mean, it's not a big crazy thing, but I feel like usually they just slap the box on the back, and I don't have a problem with it. It's advertising either way, but I feel like this is more old school how they did it, like the box art of the set with the figures being shown off. Anyway, the rest of it is just the instruction manual, and sticker sheet was stuck in it. So it does come with 4 stickers, it looks like. Thankfully not a crazy amount, but let's get this set built. All right, now that this set is built, let's take a look first at the figures. So I think I'll start with the good guys that actually pilot the U-Wing. So first off, Cassian, looking very good. I quite like his face, first off. I think generally Lego can have problems sometimes with kind of just reusing face prints, but luckily doesn't seem to be the case here. Looks like a very good Cassian figure. I think pretty as accurate as you can get on a Lego figure for how he looks. And then he does have 2 facial expressions right there. A nice smirk instead of a more serious, maybe dour facial expression. Then he's got his jacket on with a gray shirt underneath that looks very good. Just some printing details for little cartridges, little pouches, and then on the back is pretty simple. And then just a little holster on his leg. Nothing crazy printing-wise there. And then K2SO looks very good. He's got little printed detailing on his chest, the white eyes, and then some Imperial logos on his shoulders. And then other than that, I mean, he's a pretty basic droid build. The head is all together with the torso, though, so he's always in that sort of lean forward position, and then he's got like a little stud on the back that you could put something in, I suppose. Then there is Dedra, and she looks very good. Probably the standout figure, along with the ISB special agent that I will get to. But she's got a really nice like print for her coat that looks really, really good, with the belt going across and the holster right on there, going all the way down to her legs. On the back, that printing continues. And then she's got a really nice molded piece for her hat to give her some hair, which is really nice. And hopefully it means that I think we will see it in the future used for other Imperial officers that are women and therefore have some hair sticking out, or even maybe it could be repurposed for any male officers that have a bit of longer hair, though I don't think we see that very often. But a very serious face, and then just very angry on the other side, and then a little Imperial logo on the hat. And then the printing on the legs, yeah, it doesn't look as good. That is something I wish LEGO would solve. I don't think it detracts that much from the figure, but I think they do need to figure out printing white on black, or just do something different for the legs. But I still think it looks very good, and definitely a standout fig. Lastly is the ISB like tactical officer, whatever, tactical trooper, and he looks really good as well. He's got that armor strapped on the chest, and then he's got some nice printing on his legs for the armor right there, on his knees as well, and then the armor printing continues on the back, and no second facial expression for him, so he's just serious, with the same exact hat more or less as Dedra, minus hair, of course. And then he comes with a little shield and a blaster. Moving on to the main event, I'd say, this U-Wing build itself, and it looks phenomenal, I'd say. I'm very pleased with how it looks. It is just like pretty fantastic, I'd say. I can't say enough good things about it, really. And honestly, I think anyone saying it's maybe too small because the old 2016 one was so much bigger, honestly, I think this is like perfect scale, in my opinion, for a U-Wing other than a UCS one, which, like, I do hope at some point we get a UCS U-Wing, because that'd be really neat. But this also looks very good, and it's a very sturdy build, even on the wings, which are obviously capable of folding out. So you can put them in to their attack position, and they go in pretty easily, but like they have a fair bit of resistance to get them out, which is very nice for that design piece. They've got them right here, like that piece right below, in between the engines. It's solid where it'll hold it down, and you know, you can swoosh the ship, grab it anywhere, and I think maybe unless you shook the ship really hard, harder than you ever would, you know, even if you're a kid playing with it, like fairly rough, they're not gonna shake out, but like they pull out easily, and then you clip them back in. And obviously, personally, I prefer the ship when it's like this. I think it just looks cleaner. And then the engines on the back all look very good. I thought maybe my one complaint would be they're too skinny, but honestly, I think they look pretty much perfect. I don't see how you could really, again, improve them, except maybe on a really nice UCS model, which I wouldn't mind getting. And then you've got some some shooters on the front that you can launch out by pressing this slightly raised brick right here. So press it down, they'll come out. Obviously, they'll come out quite a bit further than that if you're not, you know, holding your hand in front of them. And then right next to them is like the blasters to represent the real armament of the ship. And then The cockpit itself, pretty simple. It does have an interesting little mechanic feature, I guess. Right here, you can push in, and then that helps you get the cockpit up easier, which I think is not completely necessary, because if you just grab, it's not hard to get out, but I don't mind it being a thing. For maybe if you struggle to grip it right there, then you have the option of easily popping it out. And then it's got some paneling right there, and you seat, obviously, a figure in there. So you throw Cassian in like so, and then boom, he is piloting the ship like that. And then the interior space, I know definitely some people were saying they were disappointed it only holds like one figure, but only one other Rebel figure comes in the set, so I think it's fine. Admittedly, it's probably a little hard for trying to get a figure in there. Like, I don't know if K2SO really fits easily. Like, you can get them in like that and then close them up, I guess, but not the easiest to get in, but still nice interior. And I really like the doors. They're pretty simple, but like they got some fun little building methods that I think are pretty cool. Like they've got the windows here, and it was a pretty neat little way for them to do that I thought was pretty awesome. And then you've got right in front here another window right there, and this can be, I think, pulled down. I don't think it's like intended to, but if you want, you can pull that down. And then similarly on the back, you can pull down right there. Doesn't do anything. I think you can probably chuck the blasters in there for the figures, so when Cassian's piloting, you can just throw the blaster in there and have it as some storage. But overall, this is a fabulous model that I think is easily well worth the $70. I mean, even if you're not an Andor fan, as long as you like the U-Wing, I think it's an easy pickup. I think even if you have the 2016 model, it's really quite good. I'm really happy to have this added in, and it was a really fun building experience as well. So that's all I have for this review. If you want to see more LEGO content in the future, leave a like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.